So today, people, we're gonna go ahead and look at a lot of custom cards. So go ahead, get comfortable, grind your favorite game, assuming that you're playing Dokkan or I don't know, what's another grindy game? Destiny, Warframe, whatever you guys like to play. I said War. I love me some Warframe. But with that being said, let's go and jump into the custom cards. And as you guys can see, the spoiler is kind of right there. It's a LR hit and Dokkan Fest Super Saiyan Vegeta. But that's going to be the first card for today's video. Well, cards. So, like I said at the beginning of the video, we're starting out with a LR hit as well as a Dokkan Fest Super Saiyan Vegeta. So, he is Extreme Int, of course, and he has an interest animation once only, and he foresees enemy super attacks for the first 3 turns from the start of his appearance, which is obviously powerful. Starts out with 5 key and 180% attack and defense baseline. He's effective against all types unrestricted, and he builds up 20% attack and 40% defense up to 200% attack and defense with each super attack performed. So yeah, that's up to 200% attack and defense, provided he does multiple super attacks to build that up as fast as he possibly could. He also counters attacks with tremendous power. That's just completely unrestricted. And he also has a 50% chance to counter enemy supers. And he also has a 50% chance to crit when the character is countering. So he has crits with his counters. And he launches an additional super when key is 24. And he also gets 2 key per key spear obtained. So this guy can do up to 3 supers. He is foreseeing supers, he's effective against all types, he has crit chance with his counters, and he has a super attack counter. Of course, this is something I think this is like very hit-esque. This makes a lot of sense because, I mean, hit having counters, why don't we have a Dokkan card with hit having counters? Like, you guys know how Vegito, like, you know, for example, physical super Vegito has counters on normals. Why doesn't hit have a card where he counters normals too? It just makes a whole lot of sense. You guys watch the anime, right? Come on. So his leader skill is a Universe 6, Legendary Existence, or Target Goku 3 key and 170% across the board, and his 30% of stats is to Space Traveling Warriors or Universal Survival Saga. So an interesting leader skill. And his active skill, the Time Cage. When activated, enemy gets sealed for 3 turns. Character grants immunity to seal disabling abilities. Okay, grants immunity to seal disabling capabilities. No, not capabilities, abilities. Why did I say capabilities? I completely read that wrong. Plus a 50% chance to launching a super attack when seal is active. Interesting. So after he uses his active skill, he can now have a chance to do up to 4 supers, because he does his first super, he does his super from his guarantee super when he gets his 24 or more key, and he can do another super from his active skill, of course, because he has a 50% chance to launch additional super when the seal is active, and he'll also have his potential system super. Very interesting. That really helped him build up his attack and defense from his passive. He also gains a 30% attack defense one turn in his 12 key, and he gains 50% attack defense one turn in his 18 key. So he has a very standard 12 and 18 key super attack for a powerful unit, and his active skill condition can be activated after performing 8 or more super attacks in battle. Well, it says 8 super attacks in battle, but yeah, 8 supers is a lot, no? That's kind of a lot of supers for this guy. Yeah, I probably say that's the only thing in this card I mean, 8 supers is a lot, for sure. Yeah. Like, the most you'd get out of this guy on a turn is 3 supers. So you probably won't see this active skill. Well, provided you do get lucky, you can see this active skill by, like, turn 7? By just about turn 7? And if you get unlucky, it'll be even further out. But I'd say this card as a whole is quite powerful. Yeah, I would say it's quite powerful. I know there's more to this card, right? Oh, no, it's just his link set, as well as his categories and his 200% leader skill. So let's go and just click on to see what we got here. So I guess I guess we don't I guess we don't got anything for it. So let me just go ahead and pull this right back up. Okay, so let's pull up the Super Saiyan Vegeta. So what do we have here? He's super physical, and his passive, he has an interest animation, of course. It's probably just him going Super Saiyan. He also has a 50% chance of launching a additional super for 3 turns from the starter turn, so that's nice. 2 key and 170% attack and defense for 6 turns, nice. He also starts out with 3 key and 150% attack and defense baseline. He also gets additional 30% attack and defense with each attack received up to 180% attack and defense, which is obviously really, really good. And he also guards, and he's effective against all types when facing an android's category enemy. Let me just go ahead and put that out there, that guard is unrestricted. He also foresees enemy super attacks after this character takes a 7th attack in battle. And he also has a 50% chance of nullifying unarmed super attacks directed at this character. So he does have a super attack nullification. He does have foreseeing super attacks, which is obviously stupid powerful. He has effective against all types for offense. He has guard for defense. He has easy build-up, providing he just gets hit enough through his guard. He's going to be looking good, for sure. Has additional super attack chance. This guy's looking quite good. His leader skill is Super Saiyans, Vegeta's family, Battle of Wits, 3 key, 170% across the board, and his 30% stats is 2 Master Evolution and Gifted Warrior, so his leader skill, of course, makes sense. And his active skill, Mastery raises attack temporarily and causes Mega Colossal damage to enemy, and within the same turn activated, all attacks of this character become crits, so he does guarantee crits. Very nice. So this guy, just like Hit, can also do up to 3 supers because he does his first super from, of course, his super attack. He also does his chance to do another super through his interest animation buff. I'm just going to go and say it like that. And, of course, he does his third super through his potential system. So that's essentially 3 supers. And he also, his activation condition, after he does 6 or more supers in battle, starting from the 4th turn. See, that's manageable. I can see that happening. He can get that by turn 5. Hits will probably take a little longer because 8 super attacks is a bit much. So his super attack effect, he stacks attack and gains 30% defense for 1 turn. He regret lowers attack, so he has a very nice super attack effect. This guy's good, for sure. Prepare for battles, Super Saiyan. I mean, the baseline Vegeta links. We're not going to click on the 200% leader skills, but yeah, good cards. Thanks to the person that sent me these cards. I'm not going to be reading off. Well, I'm going to read what you guys sent inside the email, but I'm not going to read it off in the video because it's a little bit more editing, and I'm trying to push out as many custom cards as I could inside these videos, if you guys understand, because I have to blur out the email and then do all that other extra stuff. But, of course, shout out to you. If you're watching this, you know you made the card. Comment down below. So let's move on over to the next cards. Shout out to the person that made the LR hit, as well as the the Dokkan Fest Super Saiyan Vegeta. So this is the same person who made the last cards, but he sent me 5 cards. Now listen, if you're watching this, for those who send me a lot of cards, first of all, thank you. Second of all, your dedication is unmatched. I really, really appreciate you guys for sending me a lot of cards. But what I basically do with people who send me a lot of cards is that I star your email, and I'm going to come back to it on a later date because I want to get all the other cards that came before it out of the way. And this, of course, is a person who came before everyone else. So I'm going to star his. I'm just going to read this one card he sent out of the 5 cards he sent. He sent me 5 cards. Thank you. Listen, I am grateful for you guys sending me cards, but I do have to keep the show going, and I really want to go ahead and continue to read through all these other cards. So I'm going to put a star on this person's email, and I'm going to come back to it in the future when I'm done reading everyone else's custom cards. Listen, I put quite a few stars on people's emails. Someone sent me an entire celebration. Someone sent me a whole... someone sent me, like, folders of custom cards. I'm not lying. You know who you are. Someone literally sent me folders. It took me to a separate site, and there was just folders. Like, I'm like, damn. Anyways, so just to put that out there, for anyone who sent me multiple cards, I may or may not make it known in the video, but you know who you are. Don't catch any hard feelings that I'm not reading all the cards, because I'm going to star you and I'm going to come back on a later date. And if I forget, I'm completely sorry. Please remind me down below or whenever I do a custom card live stream. But anyways, with that out the way, let's go ahead and read this Super Baby 2. So, of course, he is extreme physical. So his passive, he has an interest animation, of course, and he guards for the first 3 turns from the start of turn. Nice. He also starts out with 3 key and 160% attack and defense baseline. And when I say baseline, I mean just flat out. It's just like, that's the start of turn attack and defensive level. So 3 key and 160% attack and defense baseline. And he also gets additional 20% attack and defense up to 180% with each attack received. And he also gets 60% attack and defense when there is a pure Saiyans category enemy. And he also gets 60% attack and defense when there is a hybrid Saiyans category enemy. And he also launches an additional super attack when HP is 50% or above. I like that. He also gets 5% damage reduction up to 40% damage reduction each super attack performs. And he has a giant ape transformation when conditions are met. So what I do like about this card is that he is building up damage reduction per super attack, so he can be up over 40% damage reduction. And he also is guarding for those first 3 turns, so he can build up his attack and defense quite easily. He can take those hits very easily, and when he supers, it's like within the first turn of this guy being on the turn, it's like he has guard, and he'll also build up that attack and defensive buff from that 20% attack defense up to 180% attack and defense. And while he's building that up, he can also super to build up his damage reduction. Now, this guy can also only do up to 3 super, because he, of course, has his first super. He also launches a guaranteed super, and his HP is 50% or above. And then he'll, of course, get his additional super from his potential system, so that's a triple super. But that is 15% damage reduction, and he will have guard. He'll be done building up his damage reduction by about turn 5 when his guard wears off, so he'll be sitting pretty spiffy. Now, I would say the problem does lie in this card for the Pure Saiyans and Hybrid Saiyans part of the card. That's the only part of the card I would say is shaky, because if you do throw this card into vanilla Dokkan, it's like Pure Saiyans, Hybrid Saiyans, we just need a tough fight for these guys already. We just really do. And I'm not looking at like what's that event called? I can't even think. That little 8th year event, the 8th year anniversary event. Technically, you could bring him into there, but that's more so boosted anniversary content, if you guys get exactly what I'm trying to say. Well, is it boosted? Not really. It's just, it was created so that you can just farm up the skill orbs, get your little free stones, put those stupidly powerful equips on your units, but basically. So his leader skill is target Goku, GT bosses, or artificial life forms 3 key and 170% across the board, and his 30% stats is to Terrifying Conquerors, Transformation Boost, or Battle of Fate. Leader skill makes sense. I have yet to find a leader skill that doesn't make sense for a unit. I will say it too. I will say it, because target Goku makes sense, GT bosses makes sense, huge buff for GT bosses by the way, artificial life forms makes sense, Terrifying Conquerors makes sense, and Transformation Boost as well as Battle of Fate. He also stacks attack and gains 50% defense in 1 turn. And he also transforms into Giant Ape when HP is 50% or less, starting from the 4th turn from the start of battle. Okay, so he has a Giant Ape condition that is practically, it's damn near guaranteed for him to get it off, because he just has to fall below the HP threshold. Very simple, sweet, and easy. Does he have the Giant Ape? He does. We're going to get to that in a moment. Let's see his link set. Metamorphosis, Big Bad Bosses, GT, Thirst of Conquest, Hatred for Saiyans. No, Hatred of Saiyans. Very terrible link, but he has to have this link. He's baby, right? So scroll on down. Let's see what this guy's doing in his Giant Ape form. I do love this card art from the LR Super Baby 2. Huge fan. Is that LR Super Baby 2's card art? I do love it. I really do. It's really nice looking. It's nice and bright. It's like the golden ape. No, it's the golden ape. The giant ape. The giant ape. I mean, he's basically golden though. Like, he's damn near the color of my hat. The giant ape baby. It's like him being extreme physical makes sense, because like you see like the little yellowish like gleam like off of his fur, like the little golden giant ape. Who cares? Okay, receives okay, he gets keeper keys for obtain. He also launches an additional attack that has a 50% chance to become a super attack, and he's a feathered against all types. So to say the least, good giant form, pretty much. And also super attack effect, greatly raises attack temporarily and causes destructive damage to enemy, just like every other giant form. So let's move on over to the next card of the video. So the next cards I got here are a Namek Goku that goes into Kaioken Goku, and a banner unit Piccolo, Gohan, and Krillin. Interesting. I'm assuming it's a banner unit, right? I'm gonna assume it is. And we also have a Namek Vegeta. Unless he's the banner unit that I don't know about. He might be the banner unit, no? No, he turns SSJ. Okay. Interesting. A SSJ Namek Vegeta. Right? Because he does have the... He put him on Namek Saga. And that's exactly what it says, yeah. A SSJ Vegeta from Namek. Okay. So let's start out with the Goku. And of course, he is Tech. His leader skill is all-out struggle, 4 key, 170% across the board. And his 30% of stats is to Entrusted Will and Earthbred Fighters. So Entrusted Will, yeah, it does. Definitely makes sense. Yeah. Leader skill makes sense. So his super attack effect is Super Kamehameha. 30% attack for 1 turn, and he greatly stacks defense. Okay, so let's see what this guy's doing. 150% attack and defense baseline. He also gets 70% damage reduction unrestricted. He is a orb changer. He's a rainbow orb changer. He gives all allies 5% defense per key sphere obtained. Okay, that's pretty powerful. He also launches 2 additional attacks that have a 70% chance to become a super attack. Okay. He also gets 40% attack and defense within the same turn after receiving an attack, so a little cherry on top for this guy sitting inside the first slot while he has 70% damage reduction. He also, all allies that belong to Earthbred Fighters or All Out Struggle category launches a guaranteed super. That's very powerful. All allies, excluding this character, will launch an additional attack that have a 50% chance to become a super attack and 60% defense with 3 or more key spheres obtained, which is very easy because he's creating his own rainbow key spheres. Okay, this unit's already insane. All allies launches additional super and 45% attack and defense for all allies, and all allies activate guard with 7 or more key spheres obtained. Okay, let's break this unit down real quick. Okay, so this guy is greatly stacking defense, right? So he already is powerful on the super attack effect. And not only that, but he has 70% damage reduction. He's orb changing, and his orb changing is directly supporting this part of his passive where he's essentially giving allies free attack, defense, and free super attacks. Because you obtain, what's that? So yeah, provided you're going to run, Earthbred Fighters is obviously a powerful category. So you run a full Earthbred Fighters team, you're giving the entire team practically a free guaranteed super. So that's 1 free guaranteed super for the entire team. And then he also can give additional super attack chance when he obtains 3 or more key spheres. So that's essentially, if you get lucky, that's 2 supers he's given to the entire rotation. And that's a 3rd super that you can give to the entire rotation, provided that they get that additional super attack chance off. That's up to 3 supers. 2 guaranteed and 1 that's a chance to be a super. Meanwhile, giving additional 45% attack and defense. So not only, and then he gives the entire turn of allies guard. So he's given them 45% attack and defense, guard, and up to 3 supers, 2 of which are guaranteed and 1 is a chance. And not only that, guys, but this guy can do up to 4 supers because he launches 2 additional attacks that have a 70% chance to become a super attack. Unit's insane. We found an insane unit already. And oh, one more thing. Not only that, but he also gives all allies 5% defense per key sphere he obtains, while they'll have guard, like, and up to 3 supers off of this guy's back with 45% attack and defense. Like, what? Anyways, the standby into the final Kaioken. Standby for 7 turns. Can be activated when HP is 59% or less when there is an extreme class enemy. Or, well, and when this character, I thought they said or. So, and this character has received 10 attacks in battle, starting from the 4th turn from the start of battle. Okay. We'll skip over the links. I just want to see what the Kaioken Goku looks like. Okay, so his new super attack effect, he gains a 50% attack for 1 turn, and he massively lowers attack and defense. Okay, yeah, this super attack effect is telling me that this guy is going to be hitting quite hard. What? Hold on. 99% damage reduction. So in this standby for 7 turns, he can't die. Huh? 180% attack and 99% damage reduction unrestricted. All allies, excluding this character, 100% defense. Insane support already. All allies, 60% attack and defense. Insane support. All allies, no, excuse me, basically, all out, I said all, but you know, it's the name of the category. All out struggle or Planetamic Saga allies, 1 key per key sphere obtained. So he's given essentially 2 categories. Planetamic Saga is pretty and then all out struggle. I mean, we do have the banner unit Piccolo. Wait, no, that's not a, that is the, no? I mean, they have unit super attacks. we do have the Piccolo and, you know, the trio of Namek. Right then we have the bandit unit Vegeta that transforms. He's not a bandit unit though. He's a damn Carnival LR, right? Is he? He's not. He's not a Carnival LR because he doesn't have 2 super attack effects. Okay, whatever. But going back on over to this guy, he's giving 2 categories, keep or keys to retain. That's powerful for sure. All allies launches 2 additional attacks to have a 30% chance to become a super attack. Insane. Revives with 80% HP recovered by exchanging with Piccolo. Oh, this card is the same. Okay, never mind. My bad. I thought this was a banner unit. So this Piccolo, Gohan, and Krillin are basically with the Goku. So this is all the same card. My bad, guys. Okay. So revives with 80% HP and exchanging with Piccolo, Gohan, and Krillin. When this character or an ally attacking the same turn is KO'd once only. But this guy's... Wait, what? But this character's not going to die. He has 99% damage reduction. That's unrestricted. He's not dying. So another card on the team has to die for this guy to go into this part of the card. And I'm already going to assume that this card is ridiculous. Anyways. And plus an additional 589% attack when finish effect is activated. Give me 1 second, guys. I gotta take a drink of water. This is insane. Like, this absolute insanity. So, this is easily one of the craziest support type units I've ever looked at on a custom card. Because he's giving all allies essentially 160% defense and 60% attack. To 2 categories, he's giving keep or keys to retain. He gives all allies also additional super attack chance, which is insane because he can give the entire rotation 2 additional attacks to have a 30% chance to become a super attack, and he has a revive. So he has a revive, he has 99% damage reduction, he has insane support. I mean, what can I say? What can I say here? Counters with super intense power against the enemy who KO'd the character or an ally attacking the same turn, and exchanges with Piccolo, Gohan, and Krillin. Let's see what they're looking like. Okay, so we now go into Piccolo, Gohan, and Krillin. Interesting. So their first super attack effect, 30% attack defense in 1 turn, and greatly lower attack and defense. And the unit super, Spirit like Saiyans, you have to have a Goku attacking the same turn. Yeah, it's just Goku. He stacks attack and gains 100% defense once. Well, they do. Yeah, essentially they do. So the unit super attack with Goku, the stack attack, and gain 100% defense 1 turn, and seals on super, so that's of course powerful. And on the Z combo and Gallic Gun, of course, you have to have a Vegeta attacking on that turn for this. You stack defense and gain 100% attack for 1 turn. So of course, both these 2 unit supers are powerful. And of course, the regular super attack itself is standard and good. Okay. Anyways, let's see what we got here. So 180% attack and defense baseline and 30% damage reduction just unrestricted. They're also a rainbow orb changer for 5 turns, and they give all allies 100% attack. Guys, this card is literally giving a start a turn attack and defensive buff as support. Okay, and then they have a 70% chance to launch up to 3 additional attacks that all have a 50% chance to become a super attack. So not only that, let's finish reading the rest of the card. All out struggle or planned Namek Saga category allies launches a additional super, of course, and 5% attack and defense with each attack receive up to 40% attack and defense, 100% defense, and enemy minus 50% attack and defense is the first attack in a turn, so they're a ridiculous debuffer. For whatever reason you'd be able to debuff the enemy wouldn't be able to do damage to this character regardless. So 120% attack and minus 50% attack and defense is the second attacker in a turn. Okay, so defense for the first attack in a turn, as well as the attack and defensive debuff for the enemy, and of course attack as the second attacker in a turn, as well as the debuff for the enemy. All allies 2 key and 50% attack and defense excluding this character, and enemy debuff. So if you put them in the 3rd slot, it goes up from 50% attack and defense debuff to 55% attack and defense. So it's a 5% difference, and they get support. So they support inside the 3rd slot with the debuff. Gain attack and of course the debuff for the enemy as second attacker in turn, and they gain the defense and the debuff for the enemy as the first attacker in turn, and 30% attack and defense and guard when facing a Wicked Bloodline or Terrifying Conquerors category enemy, and they have a 50% chance to nullify Ki Blast supers. Okay, so this unit can do up to 5 supers, right? They have damage reduction. They have a passive attack debuff built into them to debuff the enemy's attack. They give a guaranteed super to an ally. I don't care how. I don't care. That is powerful. Giving a unit a guaranteed super is ridiculous. Just all out ridiculous. I will say, this Goku is crazy. The Kaioken Goku, and then this Goku. This Goku's ridiculous. I'm just going to say it outright. I'd say this Goku, and then the Kaioken Goku, the little standby, insane. The Piccolo and Gohan, quite powerful too, but the Kaioken Goku, just ridiculousness. Removes all allies' status effects and raises all allies' attack and defense by 60%. All allies launches 2 additional supers, and all allies get guaranteed. What am I reading? Can be activated when HP is 60%. Guys. What do you want me to say? Ridiculous. Ridiculously powerful active skill. I'd say this card's stupid powerful. For sure. Stupid powerful, but I would have to say the Kaioken Goku, this standby is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So powerful. Now we move on over to the Vegeta. So Vegeta, what do we have here with him? So Super Saiyans or Transformation boosts 4 ki and 200% the stats. So Carnival LR, essentially, with 2 leader skills. Alright, okay. So he gains 30% attack and defense for 3 turns with a 50% chance to stun the enemy. Okay, so I'd say super attack effect is good just based off of that multi-turn attack and defensive stacking. So he has an interesting animation, of course, and gets 3 ki and 170% attack and defense, 30% damage reduction, and a guarantee super and guard for the first one. Guys, just off of this first line, well, excuse me, the first 2 lines, we have ki, an attack and defensive buff, damage reduction, additional super, and guard. So we have 2 defensive abilities. We have a guarantee super with it too. Just off this first couple of lines, just insane already. That's good. What? I don't even know what to say. So 2 ki and 180% attack and defense baseline, 30% damage reduction baseline. Guys, the first, you know what, Deb, shut up. Just read, Deb. Additional 55% attack and defense within the same turn when receiving an attack. 40% attack and defense, and launches a additional super if there's a pure Saiyans category ally attacking the same turn. Oh my god, this unit's so dumb. A 50% chance to launch an additional super. Okay. Not like this unit can't do enough supers, but hey, we're gonna put it out there. 50% attack and defense with 3 or more keys obtained, and all enemies minus 30% attack and defense, and guards with 6 or more keys obtained. You know, if you really think about it, this Vegeta right next to this Goku is insane. Oh yeah, this rotation's insane, like ridiculous, because this guy's creating orbs for him, and then this is some of the best support I've seen on a unit in a while. This is ridiculous. You just give so many supers to a card like this. It's just insane. Not only that, but this card can do up to how many supers? So this card does, of course, its first super attack. It also does another super if you have a pure Saiyans category ally attack in the same turn. Another super provided you get lucky with that 50% chance to launch additional super. And of course, you get the potential to some supers. So this card alone can do up to 4 supers. And this card can give a couple more supers to this card. So you can do like 6, 7 supers. What? Giving allies guaranteed super support. Giving allies super attacks, additional super attacks. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Okay. So he can transform on turn 5 when HP is 59% or less when facing only 1 enemy. Okay, but the thing is, you have to wait for his guard and damage reduction wear up. Not only that, but this guy on the defensive end is ridiculous because he has up to 60% damage reduction. Think about the first 5 turns, guys. Think about it. In Vanilla Dokkan, this rotation, who's living this rotation? Let's be honest. In vanilla Dokkan, who is hurting this rotation? Let's just be honest. Because the reason why I say that is because, I mean, he has up to 60% damage reduction. Oh! One thing I forgot to mention, he has a guaranteed super for the first 5 turns. My bad. He can do up to 5 supers. And then this guy can give him up to like, what, like 3 supers? I spent too much time in this card. Let's just keep reading. Okay. Super attack effect, 100% attack and defense for 1 turn. Regains 40% HP once only. Nice, he has HP recovery, 4 key, 40% attack and defense, and effective against all types, and launches 2 guaranteed supers, and guard is activated for the first 5 turns. What? What? 3 key, 200% attack and defense from the 6th turn. Launches an additional attack that has a 50% chance to become a super attack. Nice, not only because this guy can do up to 5 supers, but continue reading, Dev. 5% damage reduction up to 20% damage reduction each super attack performed, so he can just build up damage reduction for free right there. He also gets 80% attack and defense when attacking, a 70% chance to crit, 120% attack and defense. He's effective against all types when facing a Terrifying Conquest or Wicked Bloodline category enemy, so Wicked Bloodline Red Zone is just shaking in their boots. What else? 100% attack and defense is the first attack in a turn, which you are going to sit him in the first slot. You definitely are. You definitely are. For shit, sure. So a 70% chance to nullify unarmed super attacks directed at this character, and 568% attack when this character uses their active skill. Okay. And also, one thing I looked over is that he gets 50% attack and defense, and all enemies minus 35% attack defense is the second attack in the turn. Man, 100% attack and defense is the first attack in the turn. Okay. HP recovery, effective against all types, crit chance, guard, 2 additional super attacks. He also has additional super attack chance, just unrestricted. He builds up damage reduction. What else? He gets additional attack and defense for a stack in a turn. 568% attack when this character does his active skill. Insane. So not only is he gonna hit like a bomb, but he's gonna eat attacks like it's nobody's business. Okay. And his active skill, the Prideful Gallic Gun, he sacrifices 40% HP, massive raises attack temporarily, and causes ultimate damage to all enemies, so it's an AoE. He's also effective against all types, not that it matters because this guy's already effective against all types in this damn passive. He also, all attacks become guaranteed crits for 1 turn, seals the enemy's attack, and stuns himself, and reduces defense to 0 for 4 turns. I would like to assume that this active skill, nothing is living this active skill. I would like to assume nothing is. I have reason to believe nothing is living this guy's active skill. Insane custom card. Insanity. This guy offensively and defensively is pretty goddamn good. And this is probably the best support type card I've seen on I'm about to say Entropy. What the hell is wrong with me? Excuse me. I'm about to say the best support type card I've seen out of the custom cards. Ridiculous. Too used to saying Entropy. Excuse me, guys. So let's go ahead and move on over. Let's move on over to the next custom card for the video. So this is coming from the first person who sent me those first couple of cards, and apparently he rebalanced some of the cards. Hey, listen. A-okay. I just grabbed up a card that I wanted to look at. Of course, we have an Extreme Physical Goku Black. It's like the 3rd Extreme Physical card I'm looking at in the video, right? Something like that. Okay, anyways. So, this Goku Black. So this guy has an interesting animation. Of course, he guards for the first 3 turns and has 150% attack and defense with 3 key baseline. He also builds up 20% attack and defense up to 140% attack and defense each attack received. He's also effective against all types when facing 2 or more enemies. So, of course, it's like a reference to the anime where Goku and Vegeta, you know. He also has a 50% chance to guard, and he has a 70% chance to dodge unarmed super attacks directed at this character and counter with tremendous power. So he has, of course, a nullification. He also has 20% damage reduction, and he builds up 5% damage reduction within the same turn. Each attack received up to 20% damage reduction. Within the same turn. Okay. So if everything goes right, within these first couple of turns, he can have up to 40% damage reduction with his guard, of course, within the first 3 turns. He is effective against all types, and he does have that unarmed super attack chance. Well, excuse me, the unarmed super attack counter chance. Well, notification. It's same goddamn thing. Anyways, the only thing is, like, he has guard chance. He has to face multiple enemies first, effective against all types. And the person who did send this said that they bounced out some of the cards, so this guy must have been more broken than he already was. This is a Dokkan-esque card. This looks like something they would do to Goku Black. As crazy as it sounds. Yeah, this is crazy as it sounds. At its peak, though, 40% damage reduction, guard. Effective against all types, provided you go up against those multiple enemies. He does build up that attack and defense each attack receives, so he can build that all up with that guard within those 3 turns. So I would say this guy seems very balanced. Very, very balanced. And also Future Saga, Super Bosses, or Time Travelers, 3 key, 170% across the board. And of course, Patara, Worldwide Chaos, and Power of Wishes. I would swap out... This is just me, though. I'd swap out Power of Wishes for Power Beyond Super Saiyan. Just to go ahead and get... Because, you know, with Future Saga, you have the AGO Vegito Blue. Just to get him on there. For sure. That's just an example I'd swap out. I'd also swap out Worldwide Chaos. Patara could stay. But Worldwide Chaos, I'd swap that out for... Damn, I just had it on the tip of my tongue. I'd swap it out for Time Travelers. For damn sure. I'd swap out these 2. One for Time Travelers and one for Power Beyond Super Saiyan. But other than that, I would say the leader skill looks good to me. Passive is super Dokkan-esque. And his super attack effect, the new category would be all Dragon Ball Super's antagonists. Makes sense, of course. So that obviously would be nice for that to be there. So his super attack effect, he just greatly stacks attack and gains 30% defense 1 turn. And raises extreme class allies attack by 30% for 1 turn. So of course he does have a good super attack effect. He's gonna be hitting hard. I would say so. He would definitely be hitting hard. And you guys know how I feel about these offensive cards. You guys slap a custom offensive card on my forehead, I'm gonna go ahead and go ballistic over it. I really would. I love offensive cards. With a sprinkle of defense. I'm not a big defense guy, but with a sprinkle of defense, because we are in the defensive meta for Dokkan. Okay, so active skill. Master Raise attack temporarily, causes ultimate damage to enemy, and stuns the enemy for 1 turn. So provided you could stun the enemy somewhere, it could be good. But this active skill would hit like a bomb, considering the fact that he's really stacking attack. And he also can activate his active skill. He can activate his active skill after receiving 5 more attacks in battle, starting for the 4th turn for start of battle. So pretty much that is fine because he's building up attack and defense. And on that 4th turn, he'll be ready to drop the active skill. But you'd be smart enough to save it to the end of the fight because obviously he'd be greatly stacking up his attack. And then you drop it on the enemy's forehead and it's gone. Pretty much just like that. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it from this card. Very balanced. Let's move on over to the next card of the video. Okay, so this next card we have is a Dokkan Fest TN and a banner unit launch. Love me some OG Dragon Ball. So let's go and jump straight into it. So he is Extreme STR and his leader skill is a World Tournament. Yeah, it's World Tournament, DB Saga, or Bond of Friendship 3 key 170% across the board, and his 30% stats is to Earthbred Fighters and Bond of Master and Disciple. Yeah, this makes sense for sure. Yeah, it definitely does. World Tournament getting a new leader for this guy definitely would be really, really nice. I would just have to put that out there. So his super attack effect, he is a Dokkan STR, right? Yeah, he is. Okay. I just had to recheck that. Okay, so he's greatly stacking attack. Let me just highlight this. So, wait, hold on. What? Mega. This is a Dokkan STR, right? He's doing Mega Colossal. Okay, so he's greatly stacking attack and stacking defense and doing Mega Colossal damage to the enemy. Guys, that's a LR. That's a LR super attack modifier on a Dokkan Fest TUR. So he's going to be hitting like an LR. And he's greatly stacking attack, and he's also stacking defense. Okay, alright. So his passive, he starts out with 2 key and 200% attack and defense, and he guards all attacks unrestricted. He also builds up 10% damage reduction per turn pass up to 30% damage reduction. He's also a STR orb changer, and he also gets 35% attack and defense per STR key sphere obtained. He also gets an additional 18% attack and 17% defense per non-STR key sphere obtained. Okay. And he gets 100% attack with 7 or more key spheres obtained, and 90% defense with 8 or more key spheres obtained. And he also launches, he has a 50% chance to launch 2 additional attacks that both have a 50% chance to come with super attack. Wow. So he's guarding. He has up to 30% damage reduction. He is a STR orb changer that gets 35% attack and defense per STR orb obtained, and 18% attack and 17% defense per non-STR orb obtained. He also gets 100% attack with 7 or more key spheres obtained, and 90% defense with 8 or more key spheres obtained, and he also can do up to 4 supers. So this guy's giving me, on this part of his passive, he's obviously very powerful. I'll just say that right now, because of course his super attack effect is ridiculous, and this passive as a whole is super strong. But he's really giving me, on this part of his passive, this gives me like the future Android 17, 18 vibes. This is what it's giving me right here. Yeah, we can just go ahead and bring them up right now. I'm just going to bring them up right now. So let's go ahead on over to Future Saga. And yeah, this is the reason why I'm saying it's zoomed in, by the way. Let me just zoom that back out a little bit. Yeah, right over here. So if we pull these guys up real quick, right? So you guys see how they're getting 35% attack and defense per tech key sphere obtained. These guys are similar to this guy. Yeah, I see you. There's definitely some inspiration here. And of course, 18% attack and 17% defense per key sphere obtained. Per non-STR key sphere obtained. Guess what? It's the same thing for these guys. You took a little inspiration. I like that. But yeah. And of course, that he also gets more attack with 7 more key spheres obtained, and more defense with 8 more key spheres obtained. We go over here. It's quite similar on this part of his card too. Yeah, I like that. I'm not even gonna front. I like that. But this card is super powerful. Let's just go ahead and just nip that in the bud. Anyways, so active skill. I do not know how to say that. Mega Colossal damage to enemy, and attacks become guaranteed crits for 1 turn. And he also raises attack by up to 600 to 1,000% attack. So guaranteed crits of up to 1,000% attack. Okay. Let's just look at the launch. Bro, that card's insane. Okay. So launch. She's tech, Peppy Gal's 3 key, 120% across the board, and her super attack effect, her super attack name is the gunshot. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. She totes a little Uzi, so I mean, come on now, she's the little gun. So her super attack effect, she gains 100% defense for 1 turn, and she seals on super while having a 50% chance to stun and lowering attack and defense. So she has technically, if you really think about it, 3 debuffs. So stun, seal, attack, 4 technically, and defense lowering. So provided she does stun enemy, that's 4 debuffs. The seal, stun, attack, and defense lower, while gaining 100% defense 1 turn. Very powerful. So the passive skill. What is passive? I'm reading the whole names out for some reason. The Hothead Attitude. 3 key and 139% defense. And foresees enemy super attacks within the character's attacking turn. Okay, so just foreseeing super attacks for free. So she's a Rainbow Orb Changer that has a 70% chance to dodge. 39% defense within the same turn. This card's giving me... Hold on. Hold on. Okay, let's just finish reading this card, and I'm going to tell you guys what this card's giving me, like the vibes of. Okay, so where was I at? 39% defense within the same turn with each attack dodge, including supers, of course. Recovers 39% HP if HP is 60% or less after the turn in which the character has dodged 3 or more attacks. in the battle up to max of 2 times. And she also gives 3 ki and 39% attack and defense to all allies, self-excluded. And she has 70% damage reduction after receiving 1 attack. And she performs 3 additional supers. So she can do up to 5 supers. She can get 70% damage reduction if she takes an attack. She has a 70% chance to dodge. She can heal your team. She can rainbow orb change. She has 4 fucking debuffs in her super attack effect. 1 second, guys. 1 second. Where is this girl at? Where is she? Where would I find her? I don't even know. Let's go, Fierce Battle. And then let's go... She's on Bond of Friendship, right? Krillin didn't go on a Bond of Friendship, right? You guys are friends. No, you guys aren't friends. They aren't friends. Why are they? They're not on Bond of Friendship? Okay, surely enough, she's on Dragon Ball Seeker. Let's go and pull up Dragon Ball Seeker. She is right over here. Come on, Chrome, you're loading like molasses. Where is she? She isn't here. Bro, where is she? Okay, let's just go to Bond of Friendship. The unit I'm looking for is Inchilai. Because I'm seeing traces of Inchilai on this card. I don't mind it though. I definitely don't mind it, but I do want to point out, like, come on, Pan. Let's keep it pushing. Let's see. So she's definitely on Bond of Friendship. Don't even play with me, Dokkan. Chilai not on Bond of Friendship will make 0 sense. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that much so, Dokkan. Anyways, I mean, same start of turn attack and defense above 3 ki and 139% defense baseline. She has that. Foresee enemy super attacks. She has that. Rainbow orb changing. She has that. The defense with each attack dodged. She has that. The ridiculous support. She has that. The 70% chance to dodge. She has that. I don't mind if you guys take inspiration. I just wanna. I like pulling up the cards and seeing what's different between both of them. What's definitely different between this card and this card is the 3 guaranteed supers. Because look at what she's getting on super. Because she can do up to 5 supers, guys. It's crazy. So I think that's really it for these 2 cards. Tien, super powerful. Launch, ridiculously powerful. So let's go on over to the next cards of the video. So the next card is coming in from Omni. This card was made in, is that May? It's okay. We're catching up. It's okay. But anyways, it is a, what is this? Dragon Ball Heroes concept without Dragon Ball Heroes restrictions. A Dokkan Fest AGL Blue, Evolution Blue? That's Evolution Blue, right? Because SSBE is Super Saiyan Blue Evolved, I believe. So Evolution Blue Gogeta and a Xeno Limit Break Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Okay, I believe it. Yeah, the names are right there. Names are right there. Yeah, so I was right. Okay. So their leader skill. Wait, are they 2 separate cards? They're not. They're the same card. Okay, yeah, the same card. Okay, they're both AGL too, by the way. Okay. So, Fuse Fighter or Dragon Ball Heroes, 3 ki, 170% across the board, and their 30% stats is to crossover or power beyond Super Saiyan. This is just a TOR too, by the way. Okay. So, the super attack effect, they gain 30% attack and defense for 3 turns, and do guarantee crits. Alright. 2 ki, 200% attack, and 140% defense. Alright. That's a nasty... that's a nasty baseline. Because I feel like this card, it's like this 200% attack coupled with the fact that they have a multi-turn attack defensive build-up, as well as their guaranteed crit, is very good. 140% defense. So 50% attack and defense when performing a super. So attack and defensive buff from the past tier super attack effect is obviously nice. 40% attack and defense per Fuse Fighters category ally attack in the same turn. So you can get up to 80% attack and defense if you have 2 Fuse Fighters category characters with them. Fuse Fighters category allies 5% damage reduction, very nice. And they get 50% damage reduction from an enemy who's hit by their super. Okay, of course it doesn't stack like he says right here, and launches 2 additional supers when facing 1 enemy. Jeez Louise. And that's guaranteed crits, by the way, so they can do up to, yeah, launches additional attack. There's a 50% chance to come a super attack per existing. Okay, so this card can do up to 4 supers, and if you're facing, for whatever reason, you want to have fun and use this card in the World Tournament, this card can do how many supers? It's like 6-7 units on the board. Okay, I'm just saying, it's like 11 supers, provided you get lucky, but all of them are literally going to get blown up by this card. But let's move on over to the next card. This one was short, sweet, and nice. Thank you, Omni, for sending your card. So the next card, we have a Angel Goku that teleports from heaven and punches the shit out of Bojack. So his leader skill is 170% to movie heroes and hybrid Saiyans, and his 30% stats is to Goku's family. Movie heroes or hybrid Saiyans? It's a Goku though. Wouldn't you go Goku's family instead of movie heroes or hybrid Saiyans? I feel like Goku's family could replace movie heroes or hybrid Saiyans. But other than that, and you could take out the 30% stats to Goku's family. Yeah, why don't you take movie heroes and make it the 30% stats, and then put the Goku's family in place of the movie heroes for the leader skill. Yeah, I think that would do a little bit more better, because movie heroes, hybrid Saiyans, and then Goku's family at 30% stats, that seems just a little bit awkward. So his blow from the afterlife. Okay, so greatly increases defense, so he's greatly stacking defense, and he lowers enemies' attack by 35%, so he's lowering attack on super. So 120% attack and defense at the start of turn, and gives all allies 240% defense and 120% attack boost to characters with the name Gohan for 8 turns from the start of battle. So he's giving allies 240% defense and 120% attack to characters whose name is Gohan for 8 turns. I think I read that correctly. And he also has a 50% chance to dodge. And his active skill, I can't take it anymore, can be used on turn 3 from the character's start of combat if there is a Gohan category, Gohan category ally, a Gohan character ally attacking the same turn, so he wants a Gohan. Or 6 turns from the start of battle with another movie hero's category ally attacking on the same turn. He recovers 30% HP and raises ally attack and defense up to 60%, and changes tech key spheres into rainbow key spheres. So he changes tech to rainbow key spheres. He gives allies 60% attack and defense and recovers HP. So that's a good active skill for sure. Yeah, he changes some orbs to rainbow. He supports and he recovers HP. That's a good active skill. I would say so. I would say that's not too hard to get off, because there are some. If you really think about it, you know what? It's not that important. So let's see his links. Okay, so hero makes sense because he's coming from heaven to rock the Shadow Bojack. Solid support, same lineage, family ties. Okay, so let's move on over to the next card. Thank you for sending your card. Okay, so this is one of those custom cards that someone typed on the email, and this is coming from Omni, of course. Shout out to Omni. So this card, Omni's the person that made the little Dokkan. Was that the Dokkan wiki card that was on the top? What card was it? It was a little Limit Breaker Gogeta and Evolution Blue Gogeta that you guys saw in the video. So this is the second card coming in from him. So we got a second form Frieza. He's STR, and his leader skill is Inhuman Deeds or Transmission Boost 3 key and 170% across the board. Makes sense. And his 30% stats is to Terrifying Conquerors. Absolutely makes sense. His super attack effect, the Death Flash, he gains 30% attack defense one turn with a 70% chance to stun, so he has a solid super attack effect, of course. He has an interesting animation, and he guards when facing multiple enemies upon entry. Okay, he also gets 3 key and 200% attack and defense. And he gets 50% attack and defense performing a super. Of course, I like that because it's attack and defensive buff from his pass to a super attack effect. He also gets 20% damage reduction facing only one enemy. And he also gets 20% attack and defense up to 60% attack and defense. And 4% damage reduction up to 12% damage reduction at the start of each turn. So he can be at 34% damage reduction. No, it's 32. Yes, 32% damage reduction. Yeah, so he could be up at 32% damage reduction. He also launches an additional attack that has a 50% chance to become a super attack with... And he also gets 30% attack per existing enemy. Launches an additional attack that has a 50% chance to become a super attack and 30% attack per existing enemy. So he gets more attack if he's going against a lot of enemies. So this guy, all attacks become guaranteed crits if HP 60% or more. And his active skill, I have a couple things I want to say about this card. And his active skill, the Death Storm, raises attack by 600% temporarily and causes damage to all enemies with a 50% chance to stun them. Can be activated facing multiple enemies or from the 5th turn for start of battle. So he'd be the new best World Tournament unit. No? Yeah, he'd probably be the new best World Tournament unit. Just like my junior. He's just pop his active skill and just bomb everything. Why not? Better yet, no, that just invalidates what I was going to say. Because he has an active skill that just completely eviscerates World Tournament and all other off-meta content. Because he's guarding against everything. Other than that, he can be up to 32% damage reduction. Oh no, he is doing guaranteed crits. Yeah, because HP is 60% or more. Yeah, he's going to be doing guaranteed crits. He'd definitely be the best World Tournament unit. For sure. My thing is that you wouldn't really be facing multiple enemies like that, though. I do like that he is starting out with a lot of attack and defense. 3 key and 200% attack and defense. I like that he's getting attack and defensive up to his passive to his super attack effect. I do like that he can have up to 32% damage reduction. He is guaranteed critting, essentially, when he comes out on the turn. And he could do up to 3 supers. But all this guy's looking like is the best World Tournament unit, essentially. Yeah, because 32% damage reduction is... I like that he has that, but it's not going to be enough. I do like that he's guaranteed critting too, for sure. Because you guys know how I feel about offense. But yeah, I would say this guy is okay. He is okay. Let's move over to the next unit. Okay, so this is a Beast Gohan that was sent on another little email, like a little text, like in the body of the email. So I just had to make it full screen because there's a bit much and I don't want to chop it down. I'll just go ahead and read it out to you guys. So yeah, you guys should be able to see it. It looks fine. Okay, cool. So with that being said, he's super in. It's a Beast Gohan. His leader skill, Bond a Master Disciple or Bond a Parent Child, 3 key, 170% across the board. And his 30% of the stats is to Earth Red Fighters or movie heroes. So leader skill makes complete sense. His super attack effect, he gains 50% attack defense 1 turn, and he has a 50% chance to stun. So he has a good super attack effect. His super attack effect name is called the Purple Lightning Beast Kick. So the passive, the Beast Within Unleash, that's also a cool passive name. Baseline 158% attack and defense. He also gets 58% attack defense supporting a super attack. I really like that. He also guards for the first 3 turns from start of battle, which is good. He also has a 50% chance to guard after the 4th turn from start of battle. He also gets defense and a 58% chance. So 58% chance to crit and 58% defense when guard is activated. So he does get crit chance and more defense when he does activate his guard. And he gets 20% attack and defense up to 58% attack and defense, and 10% damage reduction up to 50% damage reduction each attack received. So not only that, for those first 3 turns, he can build up all his damage reduction and all his additional attack and defense. So he'll be sitting quite spiffy. And that coupled with the fact that this guy could proc his guard chance after the 4th turn, he'll be looking pretty alright. Because I don't like guard chance, but if a unit does have something like damage reduction to fall back on, it's gonna help out. Because guard and damage reduction go together hand in hand. And if they make a unit that has guard chance that already has a good amount of damage reduction, like this guy that'll have 50% damage reduction, that's quite good. And he also supports Bond of Master Disciple with 3 key and 40% attack and defense. And he also gives... he gets an additional 18% attack, defense, and crit chance if there's a Piccolo attacking in the same turn. Interesting. So he'll give Bond of Master Disciple additional 18% attack, defense, and crit with a Piccolo. So he can give up to 3 key and 58% attack and defense to Bond of Master Disciple, as well as a 18% chance to crit. Very nice. He also has a 70% chance to nullify unarmed super attacks with this character, so he has a nullify super attack built into his kit. He also, when he's below 58% or less HP, and character has been hit 5 more times, he recovers 58% HP and gets additional 8% damage reduction. Very nice. So this guy has guard for the first 3 turns to build up all his damage reduction and defense. He also has very good support because he'll give crit chance as well as up to 58% attack and defense and 3 key. He also has nullification built into him, and I mean, he has attack defense buff from his pass to super attack. This guy's good. This guy is good. He's a good two-way unit. I would say so. Only thing he's lacking is like additional super attack chance, but that's it. Who really care about that on a unit like this? For Beast Gohan, it's like he took. You guys saw that big ass fist that Cell Max had? I mean, the big ass fist. He got hit in his chest, and he said, "That's it." Anyways, so his active skill. Master and Student Special Beam Cannon. Greatly raises attack temporarily, causes mega colossal damage to the enemy, and all chance to, that's what it says right there, guys. All chance to perform a critical hit by 50% for 2 turns. So he has a chance to do a 50% chance to crit. Okay. This guy's good. I would say so. And it could be activated from the 3rd turn from start of battle if you have a Piccolo on the team, or from the 5th turn from start of battle when going up against an enemy whose HP is 58% or below. And his stats are below right here for those who want to go ahead and do their little numbers. But anyways, let's move on over to the next card. I might do a couple more cards. It depends. I might do a couple more cards, but let's move on over to the next card of the video. So the next card is coming from Omni again. I'm picking up multiple cards from people who've sent a lot of cards in the past, so you guys are going to see a lot of the same names. So it is a LR Physical Perfect Cell. So this guy's leader skill is Sworn Enemies or Artificial Life Force 3 key, 170% across the board, and his 30% stats is to Androids or Transformation Boost. Yeah. Cell and Sworn Enemies. Is Cell and Sworn Enemies? Can I real quick? Cell's not Sworn Enemies, is he? No. Cell's not Sworn. He's not Sworn. He is. Okay. Whoo. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I never knew this. I never knew that Cell was on Sworn Enemies. He's literally dead. Cell is literally not. He got blown off the face of the earth by Gohan. Cell's on Sworn Enemies. I never knew that. Interesting. Wow. Okay. Okay, my bad. I was about to say Sworn Enemies. No, that's correct. Okay, correct leader skill. So his 12 key. The perfect attack. He stacks attack and gains 30% defense 1 turn, and he does guarantee crits. Very nice. And on his 18 key, he greatly stacks attack and gains 50% defense 1 turn, and he has a 50% chance to stun while doing guaranteed crits. So I would say 12 and 18 key super looking very nice. He's going to be hitting like a bomb. You know what I love. I love offense. So this is exactly what I'm really liking right now. Okay, so his interest animation, of course. Wait, hold on. Receives damage received down to 0 for 3 turns. So he takes literally 0 damage for 3 turns from start character's appearance. Okay, so it takes no damage for the first 3 turns. Very nice. He also gets 7 key and 235% attack and defense. Wow. Gets additional 35% attack defense forming a super attack, so attack and defensive buff from the passive to the super attack effect. Already loving it. Plus additional 35% attack defense if it's an 18 key super. Love it. 17% attack and defense per attack received, up to 102% attack and defense. So that's going to be very easy to build up because he takes literally 0 damage for the first 3 turns. And launches an additional attack that has a 30% chance to become a super attack when HP is 40% or more, so he has additional super attack chance, which is very nice because he's stacking attack. He'll do his, of course, his 18 key super, and then he'll do his 12 key. Very nice, provided you do get lucky and get that off. Let's see. So where are we at? We at the nullification, right? Yeah. No, we're not. 18% attack defense with each attack performed up to 90%. I really like that you put attack performed instead of super attack performed. Big fan of that. He also has a 50% chance to nullify super attacks directly at this character and recovering 40% HP. So he has a 50% chance to nullify super attacks and recover HP. Very powerful. And he recovers 2% HP with each attack received within the turn. And he guards when facing a androids or pure stance category enemy. So his best case scenario, he's guarding, right? He's already taking no damage anyways. He's going to build up all his attack and defense and doing supers and taking attacks. He's stacking his attack to hit like a megaton bomb. This guy's good. This guy's good. The only thing is that if you're not facing a androids or pure Saiyans category enemy, this guy he can get touched up. For sure. That's the only thing. Because after this wears off, this guy taking 0 damage for 3 turns, yeah, he could get touched up. For sure. I do like that he has that nullification that he can recover HP after nullifying the enemy super. But really, if you think about it, he has additional super attack chance. This guy's pretty much offense. And the only sort of defense he technically has is A, raw stats, B, his guard when going against a certain enemy, and C, his damage reduction for the first 3 turns. That's it. Did I overlook something? You could count the nullification as defense, but that's pretty much for supers. If he doesn't nullify the super attack, he can probably get cooked. But that's pretty much about it. Yeah, that's pretty much about it. Let's go over to the next card of the video. You know what? We're finishing out all of May's cards in this video. And I might do all of June's cards in the next video. I might do all of June's cards in the next custom card video I do. But that'll most likely be next week. Yeah, that'll most likely be next week. Yeah, I think I could do that next week. We'll see. Anyways, we have a Dokkan Fest LR Super Saiyan Goku from the first Broly movie. He's physical. There are stats for those who want to keep that in mind when doing the calcs. That is a very high defensive stat, by the way. So his leader skill is All Out Struggle or Final Trump card, 3 key, 170% across the board, and his 30% stats when team includes all 5 super types. Very, very interesting. All Out Struggle, I don't remember being the craziest category. Final Trump card is a pretty good category, but All Out Struggle, okay. So it's 12 key. He's gaining 30% attack and defense for 3 turns, and his 18 key is gaining 50% attack and defense for 1 turn. So he does have a good 12 and 18 key super attack effect. His passive, 2 key and 159% attack and defense baseline, and 59% attack defense performing a super attack, so that's good. 59% attack when performing an 18 key super, and 59% defense, and guards all attacks his first attack in a turn. Okay, of course you're gonna send him in the first slot. He's also effective against all types and launches an additional attack that has a 50% chance to come super attacks the second and third attacker in a turn. So if you want to have this guy be offensive, you put him inside the second or third slot. You want him to have be defensive, you put him in the first slot. I like that design for sure. And he also gets 1 key up to 5 and 10% attack, defense, and crit chance up to 59%. Very nice with each attack performed. I love the each attack performed line because it just works out better than the super attack performed. He also launches a guaranteed super and keys at 24 or more. If he added keeper keys to retain to him, this would have helped this guy out so much more. So I'm pretty sure he just has the basic Saiyan links, like, prepare for battle, Kamehameha, Golden Warrior, Saiyan Warrior Race. Golden Warrior is such a terrible link, by the way. I just want to throw that out there. But it makes sense for putting it on a card like this, so I understand why it's on there. So if HP is 30% or less, start from the character's attack in a turn. After the character performs 6 or more super attacks in battle, fully recovers HP once only. Ooh, so he has to perform 6 supers. The supers lock his HP recovery. Ooh, I changed this. I just completely remove this. And if his HP is below 30% or less, that's still a bit crazy to get below, because even if you would throw this guy in the game, his stats are high, for sure. Even if you throw this guy inside vanilla Dokkan, falling below 30% less HP is still a bit of a task. It does rarely happen. It does really happen. At least in my experience. Yeah, I'd remove this. I'd remove this, and I'd also give him keeper keys to retain to help him get his 24 key. Yeah, although this guy is gonna he's building up key, 1 up to 5, but I'd give him keeper keys to retain, and I'd remove this restriction right over here for his fully HP recovery. But other than that, he's even very spiffy. He also gets 30% damage reduction, and all attacks guaranteed to hit starting from that turn. So yeah, him getting that additional damage reduction for his guard, he's looking very, very good. But the thing is, I think that you should buff this up to maybe 50% HP or less, and then make this HP recovery 50% HP, and then give him keeper keys to retain, and he's looking very good. Just out the gate, because he's already guarding in the first slot, and he already has a good 12 and 18 key super attack effect. This guy's good. There's only a couple things I would change about this guard. He macerates attack temporarily, causes ultimate damage to an enemy, gives all allies 30% attack and a 50% chance to crit for 1 turn. Very nice and powerful active skill. And can be activated at HPs 59% or below, starting from the 4th turn of the start of battle, or after performing 6 or more super attacks once only. I would say this is fine. This is fine, but yeah, I'd only change a couple cards about, only a couple things about this card. Yeah. And of course, categories and link set. Yeah. Golden Warrior is such a terrible link. I despise that link. Let's move on over to the next card of the video. Okay. We have a Int transforming Vegeta. And this is coming from Gaming Shrimp. Shout out to Gaming Shrimp. Big shout out to him. We also have a key here. So this little egg hatching is a post awakening. This little water droplet is Key Blast. And the little asterisk is chances can stack. And some characters like Dokkan Fest Angel Coup can give multiple times. Yeah, it's an Int Dokkan Fest transforming Vegeta idea. 2 asterisks launches additional attacks per enemies in the category, i.e. 3. What does RW mean? I can't think of abbreviations right now. 3 additional attacks that have a chance to become a super attack 5% per enemy. Okay, let's see what he's looking like. So his leader skill, Warrior's Pride. I like that leader skill name. I really do. Warrior's Pride, 3 key and 170% across the board. No, it's not. It's not 170% across the board. It's 3 key, 170% attack and defense, and 150% HP. So this is giving me like a 2019 Dokkan Fest vibe. I like that. Already out the gate, you get bonus points for making like an old Dokkan Fest type leader skill. That's cool. I didn't completely read the email, but I saw a couple like little Discord messages from 2019. So I like to assume that this is an old card. So let's see. Unless I could be wrong. So his super attack effects. He has a 50% chance to seal, lower attack, and he stacks defense. Savage Strike, basically what he did to the punching bag. His passive, he starts out with 100% defense, and he gets 100% attack and disables enemy's guard when performing a super attack. Okay. And he gets 1 key and 7% attack and defense per Buu Saga World Tournament and Resurrect the Warriors category ally on the team. This is giving me like an older Dokkan Fest vibe, like 2019, 2020. Super interesting. Super. I like it. I like it though. His link set, prepare for battle, Saiyan lineage, Saiyan warrior race. This link set makes complete sense. It's a Buu Saga Vegeta. He also has supreme power too. I'm about to say supreme pride. Anyways, active skill, the dormant evil within. So it's a Manja Vegeta, huh? Yeah, it is. Okay. So the condition can be activated after 3 turns have passed when HP is 59% or above, or at any time when there is a enemy or ally whose name is Goku. So you can definitely get that off easily. Yeah. Very easy condition. So he awakens into Majin Vegeta. Changes Saiyan lineage and prepare for battle for Super Saiyan and over in a flash, and he becomes Extreme Int. So what is he originally? He's originally Super Int? Because it just says Int right here. So I'm assuming he's originally Super Int. Yeah, so he turns from Super into, of course, Extreme Int. Interesting. So his super attack effect, the final impact, he does immense, of course, has a 30% chance to stun, and he greatly lowers attack and defense. So he is no longer stacking defense. So let's see what he's doing in his form. I like how he put a little egg, and then put the key blast as a little water droplet. Little chick just hatching out the egg. Anyways, his passive. So he disables enemy's guard. He also gets 159% attack when performing a super attack. He also has a 50% chance to seal attacked enemy super for 2 turns. So he has a 50% chance to seal. Yeah, this is definitely giving me them old Dokkan vibes. Like the old 2019-ish. This gives me like that around that year type of vibes for this card. Or like 2020, like around that like time period. Anyways, 15% defense per Warrior's Pride and Buu Saga ally on the team. The asterisk, of course, is for what again? Chances can be stacked and some, yeah, it could be on certain characters. Okay, makes sense. Plus additional 10% attack defense per attack performed, up to 59% attack and defense when your team has a character with Goku. Yeah, Goku, Trunks, or Bulma. He also gets 2 key and launches an additional attack which has a chance to be a super attack per Resurrect the Warriors category. No, Resurrect the Warriors and Artificial Life Form enemy. So of course for Buu Saga. His active skill, the Final Explosion. Conditions can be activated when entering the next turn after awakening. So basically, shortly after he awakens. When HP is 30% or above, or at any time when there's a transformation boost enemy. So basically, Boo, because you know the Fat Boos are on transformation boost. Wait, yeah, Fat Boos on transformation boost, right? I just want to real quick. Who can I bring up real quick for transformation boost? Bojack, you're not on transformation boost, right? Are you? Okay, now we just pull you up. Let's go over here. I just want to real quick see transformation boost. Boo is on transformation boost, right? I know Boo is on Terrifying Conquerors, so we can just go ahead and grab him up. Right? That Fat Boo's on Terrifying Conquerors. That I know that STR Fat Boo is. I know he is. He's like one of the only few superheroes, right? He's not. What's the fastest way I can get to transformation boost? We can go to you. We can go to transformation boost right over here. I know Fat Boo's on transformation boost, right? Is he? I don't remember. That's what I be saying. I don't know everything about Dokkan. Right over. He is. Yeah, he is on transformation boost. Yeah, okay, I was right about that. Okay, so Master Race attack temporarily and causes supreme damage to all enemies. Medium chance to stun them and sacrifices 5% HP. This card, this gives me like this gives me like a old Dokkan. I like this card. I like this card just based off the fact because this is a card that looks like it'd be good some years ago. Quite a few years ago. We're in 2023, about to get 2024, by the way. So let's move on over to the next card of the video. Ultra Instinct Gogito? Ultra Instinct Gogito. Who? Who is this? Who the fuck is this guy? Okay. So he's super tech. Fusion of So he has an interesting animation, of course, and he dodges all attacks for one turn from the start of the turn when there is 3 or more Patara category allies on the team. Okay, 2 key and 180% attack and defense baseline. He also has a 70% chance to dodge. He foresees enemy super attacks with HP 69% or less. He's also key per key spirit. No, excuse me, not key per key spirit. Calm down, Dev. Calm down. You see a card like this, you expect it to be broken. He builds up 1 key up to 6 and 20% attack defense up to 160% attack defense with each attack received. I noticed the person that sends me these cards loves that ability. Loves the ability of building up. It's not received, by the way. It's dodged. So he builds up attack, defense, key with each attack dodged. He loves the ability of attack, key, and defense buildup. Mostly attack and defense buildup. Also launches a guarantee super when HP is 70% or more and performs a guarantee crit when key is 24 or more. So he's an LR. Okay. And his leader skill. Fuse Fighter. Irma God's 3 key, 180% across the board. And his 50% of stats is to Battle of Fate or Time Limit. So he wants 3 Patara characters. Alright. Why is he on Battle of Fate? Who is he battling? What? My bad. Who in the fuck is this guy battling? Is he battling fucking Zeno? Look at this card. Okay, so guaranteed dodge for the first turn, which helps because he can build up his key attack and defense. After that, he has a 70% chance to dodge. He can foresee super attack provided you fall below the HP threshold. He has guaranteed super built into him with guaranteed crits built into him. I mean, seems about right. Look at the fucking card. I mean, come on, guys. Gogito, Gogito, Dorito. So it's 12 key. 30% attack defense one turn. It's 18 key, 50% attack defense one turn. So good super attack effects, obviously. Active skill, Master Race attack temporarily and causes ultimate damage to enemy and stuns them for one turn. Active in the 7th turn. Simple, sweet, easy card to talk about. Let's move on over to the next card. Okay, so I have I think 1 or 2 more cards left for May. So I'm glad I'm finishing out May right now in this video. But I noticed when I was skimming through some of you guys' emails, some of them are locked. So I'm gonna need you guys to when it comes to sending me some of these cards, you gotta leave it public or at least only share it to this specific email, because when I was trying to look at one of the other cards, I couldn't get access to it. And I do remember, I'm pretty sure I messaged somebody about that. Did I message anybody about that? I don't remember. It was so long ago. But please keep your cards unlocked and public when sending me your cards. And of course, I'm going to leave the Gmail down below in the description for you guys. I mean, it's right up there. bhdevcustomcards@gmail.com. We're finishing out May. I'm most likely going to do June next week. I'm probably just going to bang that shit out in one video. Guys, I'm at 1 hour and 40 minutes of recording. This is going to be well over an hour of recording. So, yeah, let's go and jump straight into it. So, this is a Final Fantasy VII card. Physical LR Barrett Wallace. I hope I didn't say his name wrong. I played Final Fantasy VII like a handful of times, guys. Like a couple times when I was young. Like, you know, when I was a kid, I played on the little. Was it on PlayStation? I think it was on PlayStation. You know, with the controller felt so weird. Like the old PlayStation controller was a little weird. I'm not gonna lie. I don't have like a preference when it comes to consoles anymore. Back then, I used to be only PlayStation, but I fuck with Xbox. Xbox is alright to me. I fuck with PlayStation. I fuck with Nintendo, of course, because you know I love Nintendo. I've always been a Nintendo head. But yeah, I love them all. I'm a Nintendo head, Xbox head because I played a lot of Call of Duty, PlayStation head because I played a lot of Rainbow Six Siege back in high school. I loved Rainbow Six Siege. Oh my god. Anyways, enough of me. Final Fantasy VII card, LR Barrett Wallace. I hope I didn't say his name wrong. Strongest will to protect the planet. Shout out to the person that sent this card. Anyways, damn, look at that HP stat. Damn, look at that attack stat. And Jesus Christ, look at that fucking defensive stat. Oh my god, Lord, forgive me. But look at that damn defensive stat. Anyways, his leader skill is Incredible Adventure, or Earthlings. 4 key and 170% across the board. And his 30% of stats is to Bond of Friendship or Earthbred Fighter. So Bond of Friendship, I played Final Fantasy VII a handful of times, so I can't speak on leader skill being accurate, but Earthlings clearly seems accurate because he's a fucking, like, look at him. This is a damn Earthling. I mean, come on now. You look at his picture, he's Earthling, right? Incredible Adventure. I mean, do they have Incredible Adventure in Final Fantasy VII? I've never fully finished the game, so I can't really say. Earthbred Fighters, I mean, he's a human, so it makes sense. Bond of Friendship, I don't even know, but we'll just say for the sake of the video, the leader skill makes sense. So his super attack effect, his 12 key, he stacks defense, and his 18 key, he gains 100% attack and 50% defense in one turn with a 50% chance to crit. So he has crit chance and a whole lot of attack and defense on super from his from his 18 key. And on his 12 key, he's stacking attack. I mean, defense, dev, come on. I need to end the video as soon as possible because I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really mess up too much on words this video. I really didn't, mostly because of the water. Guys gotta stay hydrated. Okay, anyways, so interest animation, of course, he guards for the first 7 turns. If there's 2 or more Incredible Adventure or Earthbred Fighters on the team. He also gets 177% attack and defense baseline, and he also gets 27% attack and 57% defense when performing super attack. So of course, attack and defensive buff from his passive to super attack effect is obviously good. 7 key for the first 7 turns from the start of battle. So of course, that's in conjunction to his guard. So he'll have 7 key with 7 turns of guard. Very nice. He also gets 4 key after the 8th turn from start of battle. So he'll still have that a key for him after he wears off from the 7 key, so that's 4 key, so 7 key to 4 key. He's also a Rainbow Orb Changer. I love Rainbow Orb Changers. He also gets additional 77% defense, no, 77% attack and defense the rest of the battle ones only, with 25% damage reduction, and launches a guaranteed super with 4 or more key scores obtained. Interesting. Okay. 25% damage reduction with guard and a guaranteed super. So it helps him stack his defense. So 77% attack and defense and guards when collecting 7 more key spheres. Okay. It's free and easy because he's a Rainbow Orb Changer. I love Rainbow Orb Changers that support their need for orbs. I love it. I absolutely love that. He also gets 7% defense per key sphere obtained. He also gets 150% attack when using an active skill. He also gets super class allies 2 key and 35% defense after activating active skill. So he is a support type unit that can guard with 25% damage reduction while orb changing and supporting his need for orbs directly, while also he has enough key anyways. Up to 7 key with that guard already. This guy's good. Guard, damage reduction, key for himself, support. what can he do? He also gets defense per keys obtained, which is obviously very nice for this guy. His active skill, the Catastrophe, causes ultimate damage to all enemies and stuns them. Can be activated after 5 turns from the start of turn after his character receives 5 more attacks in battle. Simple, sweet, should be easy. Okay, and his link set. I want to see what his link set is. So tough as nails makes sense. Look at this guy. Is he not tough as nails? So tough as nails, solid support, cold judgment, experienced fighters, prepare for battle. He's definitely prepared for battle, for shit sure. Fierce battle. I think that's about it for this card. Good card. Let's move on over to probably the final card of the video. I'll let you know if it's the final card of the video, guys. So the next card, we got a little couple card, you know, a little something like, come on, man. Got a little Krillin in 18 Super STR. Okay, and the leader skill is called Bond of Husband and Wife. You love to see it. And Universal Swallow Saga, 3 key and 170% across the board. I love the name of that leader skill. Dokkan, where's the Bond of Husband and Wife at? It'd probably just be Goku with, well, it'd probably be just straight Gokus, Vegetas, 18s, Chi-Chis. Who else? Krillin, of course, with 18. Did I say Krillin already? Who else has a wife in Dragon Ball? Tien and launch is like, I don't know. Okay, I don't know. Anyways, his 30% stats is the representative to 7. So passive, 3 key and 150% attack and defense baseline. They're also a Rainbow Orb changer if there's another Bond of Husband and Wife category character attack in the same turn. Okay, and also Universal Swallow Saga characters, 2 key and 40% defense. So very nice support. 18% attack and 10% defense per key obtained, so they are a nuker. And they also get 4% damage reduction per Bond of Husband and Wife category character on the team. So what's that? Because you have up to 7 characters on the team, including the friend character. So that's 4%. So basically it's just 7 times 4. So that's 28%. So 28% damage reduction. Did I do the math correctly? I'm sorry, I don't know math. So that's up to 28% damage reduction, I believe. And they also get additional 30% damage reduction when this character collects 2 rainbow key spheres. They are a rainbow orb changer, so that's very manageable. So they can have up to, that's, you know, with that 28% damage reduction plus 30, of course, that'd be 58% damage reduction. Very nice. And plus additional attack that has, no, plus an additional attack that results in a crit, with a 50% chance of becoming a super attack. Interesting. When collecting 3 rainbow key spheres. Okay. So they're Rainbow Orb Changer. They support. They have up to 58% damage reduction. And I think that's pretty much about it. Their Rainbow Orb Changer will help the team flow so well. This card's good. Pretty much. Seems Dokkan-esque. Like the person, I think his name is Sam. Shout out to Sam. He did make this card. This is Dokkan-esque. Damn, I'm sorry if I said the wrong name. But shout out to the person who made this card. So super attack effect. 30% attack defense in 1 turn. 50% chance to seal. Who really care about the seal chance? They have a great ass kit. It's like, what else would you give them, really? So solid super attack effect. So their active skill, vows to do our best. 7 key and 18% attack and defense. All allies get 7 key and 18% attack and defense for 3 turns. Powerful active skill. So not only that, but a powerful active skill that pretty much gives you a guarantee super, but 18% attack and defense for the rest of the 3 turns, the rest of 3 rotations. Very nice. Not much more to say. Pretty much, there's really not much more to say. But yeah, new category, Bond of Husband and Wife. Characters who belong to this category are ones who have a great relationship with their spouse. Characters included in this category: any Goku character from Saiyan Saga onward, any Vegeta character from Dragon Ball Super onward, any Gohan character. That's right, Gohan. So Gohan, Krillin. Yeah, this all makes sense. Bardock and Gine. Bardock and Gine are married in Dragon Ball Z before the planet gets blown up. Okay, and Super too. I mean, it makes a whole lot of sense. They're married, okay? Let's move on over to the last and final card of the video. And finally, I finished May. I finished May in one video. Finally. Okay, so the final card of the video is a Tech Final Form Cooler. Guys, we're gonna do June next video. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Next week, I'm gonna give you guys a nice little next day Christmas present in me finishing June. We're gonna do it. We're definitely gonna do it. Also, peep the shirt, by the way. Heat, my son. Anyways, so there are the stats for my calcers. And leader skill is Wicked Bloodline, Terrifying Conquerors, or Final Trump card. 4 leader skills. Goddamn. Okay, my bad. Wicked Bloodline, Terrifying Conquerors, Final Trump card, or Planetary Destruction, 4 key and 180% across the board. And the 30% stats is to Transformation Boost, Space Traveling Warrior, and movie bosses, or Extreme Class characters. So this is a 210% leader skill. I forgot to mention that Ultra Instinct Gogito is a 230% leader skill. I forgot to mention that, by the way. Yeah, that's a 230% leader skill. Anyways, so the super attack effect. Not only that, but insane leader skill. Stats are pretty goddamn high. I would say the compensation between all the stats look very good. Yeah, wait, there's 2 HP stats though. I'm assuming this one says attack. This one must mean attack. So that's the attack because he said HP twice. That's the defense and that's the actual HP. Okay. So the super attack effect, 50% attack and defense for 3 turns, and mastery lower attack. So powerful super attack effect. So passive, let's see how absolutely ridiculously busted his passive is. So 3 key and 180% attack and defense, just baseline. Launches 2 additional attacks, just unrestricted. That's it, 2 additional attacks. Each of, wait, notice why is there a semicolon there? Yeah, why is there a semicolon in between that? If it just says launches 2 additional attacks, my bad. Those two must be together. So launches 2 additional attacks that have a 30% chance to become a super attack. It's cooler, so it makes sense. Unrestricted 30% damage reduction. So okay, nice. Plus an additional 40% attack and defense, up to 120% attack and defense, and a 5% chance to dodge, up to 30% chance to dodge. So this guy can have 30% damage reduction with a 30% chance to dodge. So he does have the dodge to fall back on, although I'm not a fan of these low dodge chances. It's something to fall back on, okay? It's something, right? For all my dodge build lovers, and all my dodge lovers in general. So let's see. So randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow or tech. A 50% chance to change to either tech or rainbow key spheres. Okay, I think that's good. That's a very interesting design. I don't think I've ever seen this before. I like it. I love that. I love when I'm showing something on a card that I've never seen before. I love that. I also like it when that guy, the last guy, took like the tech androids, like inspiration from them and threw it on his card, and then threw a couple of broken things on it. I like that too. I like new things, and I like things that people like snatch from the kits and like they make the unit better from it, if you guys get exactly what I mean. So effective against all types, and all attacks guaranteed to hit from the same turn in which his character performs a 5th super attack in battle. Okay. And then we highlight this. Additional 20% damage reduction, launches an additional super attack from which a turn this character does the 10th attack in battle. So 20% damage reduction and additional guaranteed super. Interesting. And all allies 30% attack and defense, and 7% damage reduction with 3 or more keys obtained, which is nice because he's a rainbow orb changer / tech orb changer anyway, so he can get that off very easily. All allies self-excluded, of course. Launches additional attack. Oh my god, that super attack support is coming back again. So he can give the entire rotation additional super attack chance to 6 or more key spheres. And then of course he guards with 3 or more tech key spheres obtained. So in the right scenario, he is supporting. He can do 5+ attacks. Yeah. So okay, let's break down the defensive part of this card. So this guy can have up to 50% damage reduction. He can have a 30% chance to dodge. He can guard with 3 or more tech keys obtained. So 50% damage reduction, a 30% chance to dodge, and guard. On the defensive end, he has literally all defensive abilities in his kit. On the offensive end, he can do up to 5 supers. Basically, he does his first super. He launches, of course, the 2 supers right here. You get lucky from those 2 additional attacks that have a 30% chance to become a super attack. Then that's 3 supers. And of course, he'll do another super. Where is it? I hope I'm not overlooking it. It's right over here. He'll do another super, well, of course, with his additional damage reduction right over there. That's the 4th super. And he'll do a 5th super from his potential system. So he can do a quintuple super. And not only that, but he gives damage reduction and 30% attack and defense support. So he can do 5 supers, right? He has guard, damage reduction, dodge, and he's supporting. This is a great card just to end off the video on. You know, just a busted card. It's A-okay. It's completely A-okay. And his active skill can be activated after performing 5 more attacks in battle. It's very easy for him to get off because he's shooting out so many attacks anyways. So, I am the strongest in the universe. Yes, you are, Cooler. Yes, you are. No one can beat you when you're Cooler. Nah, let me stop. 30% attack and defense, and all attacks now have a 50% chance to crit, and gains immunity to all negative effects for the rest of the battle. So he can't be sealed, he can't be blocked, he can't have his attack or defense debuffs, and of course he has a strong link set because he's a Cooler unit. So this was a long ass video. I appreciate you guys for watching. You guys are all the best for sending me these custom cards. I truly and dearly appreciate you guys. I truly do. These cards, whether they are Dokkan-esque, whether they are underpowered, whether they are ridiculously broken, I've seen some pretty broken cards now. Okay, I've used some pretty broken cards. Okay, let me just put that out there. But this video is about to reach 2 hours. Next week, we're gonna go ahead and get June out of the way. For you guys that were talking about the live stream, saying that I wouldn't get this done. Dev, June's gonna take ages, Devin. Coming for you. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. All jokes aside, I appreciate everyone for sending these cards. I'll catch you guys next video, and I love you all. Video is about to be 2 hours long. Peace.